Hi, I'm Pamela Holtz, Executive Director for the Tennessee River Chapter of the American Red Cross. Thank you for joining us today. We're going to be talking with you this month on our quarterly newsletter about some of the things that have been going on in the past quarter, and we're going to be inviting you to join us. If you're already a Red Cross volunteer, we want to thank you for your service. If you're a Red Cross volunteer who perhaps hasn't been as involved as you'd like to be, we'd like to talk about opportunities that you can become more involved. And if you're not yet a volunteer and you'd like to find out more, we'd love to have a conversation with you about what it is that we do as the Red Cross. What I'd like to talk to you about today is my recent experience getting to deploy to help the people in the panhandle of Florida after the storm Hurricane Sally went through. It was really amazing to be able to hear people's stories. To hear the story of Ryan, whose family, his parents had come from Mississippi because they thought the storm was going to hit there, and they were staying at his home, which was built on a slab. Hurricane Sally sat for 7.5 hours over Escambia Bay, and his home was right next to the bay, and his home was flooded. He and his family had to be rescued from their home. Ryan told me that he hadn't had a lot of experience with the Red Cross, that the thing that impressed me so much was the kindness of the Red Cross volunteer at that shelter. He said that the Red Cross volunteer was so incredibly kind to him and to his family. And then he said, not having a lot of experience with the Red Cross, and then for me to be showing up really in his front yard. I was driving through this neighborhood that had gotten hit. And then I just asked how he was doing, how things were going, and he just wanted to talk, and he talked about his experience. And in the background, his dad was carting out wheelbarrows of drywall and insulation that was being pulled out of his home because the floodwaters had gone so high in the home. And Ryan's whole point when I was talking with him is that this is just stuff, and everyone's okay. If you have any questions for me, please don't hesitate to reach out. I'm excited to also have Samantha, our disaster program manager, talk with you today, and we'll hear what she has to say. I know she's looking for people who'd like to help volunteer with our organization as well. So we'll let Samantha give you a heads up on what's going on in her neck of the woods.
Hey everyone, I'm Samantha Hutnick, the Disaster Program Manager for the Tennessee River Region Red Cross. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about volunteering through time and talent and giving back to your local Red Cross in that way. We're always looking for opportunities to get people involved, whether it be on a time-confined basis or whether it be on a basis where you have a great deal of time to give. We have time-bound projects, like for instance our installation of smoke alarms campaign, and we have less time-bound activities, like for instance our DAT campaign or our casework campaign, but there's tons of opportunity to find a place to put your skills, your talent, and your passion to work. So if you have a special skill, like for instance you're part of the healthcare community, you might want to get involved in disaster health services or disaster mental health. Or maybe if you're a retired firefighter or emergency person, you'd like to get involved with DAT and become one of our intake officers to help clients recover after an event or disaster. There's lots of different ways to become involved in the chapter. We're always searching for people to be involved both in blue skies and gray skies, and we'd be happy to welcome you aboard.
Again, a huge thank you to our Tennessee River Chapter volunteers, those of you who have stayed at home here and helped out with different things, and those of you who have taken the time to deploy, either virtually or in person, to assist with the storm survivors, with people who needed help. Thank you for giving of your time and of your talents and of your treasure to assist others. It's really what we're all about. Our Division Vice President, Anna Trevethan, always encourages us to be relentlessly kind. She doesn't just say the words, she lives the words, and she encourages us to live the words as well. So that's what I'd like to leave you with today. As you go about your day-to-day lives, whatever it is that you do, thank you for your service, thank you for your heart, thank you for being relentlessly kind to one another, because that really is one of the most amazing ways that we can help other people, is by showing kindness and compassion in all that we do. Until next month, next quarter, until next time, this is Pamela Holtz with the Tennessee River Chapter of the American Red Cross. Thank you.